What's up guys, Andre here, and as you probably know, because we posted a ton of videos about it, the Nintendo Switch Online service is finally out, allowing you to play games online, including NES games online, as you can see right here. Now, what you may not realize is as part of this service, if you already subscribe to it, and remember there is a 7-day free trial, you can also download the Japanese version if you want and play Famicom versions instead. So here's how it works. If you already have a Japanese account on your Switch, just go into the eShop and access your Japanese account. If you haven't already made one, you just have to make one with a Japanese region and a Nintendo Network ID. And once you're here in the eShop, you can download the Famicom version, and then you can play those versions of the game. So why would you want to do that? Well, I'll show you in just one moment here, once I get this download started, which it should be right now, I believe. Okay, there it is, and it looks like it'll be done pretty quick. So the reason you may want to download the Japanese Famicom versions of these games is for a few different reasons. One, the box art looks really cool for a lot of them. They're very different from the NES box arts, and I think better in most respects. So actually, we can check it out right now. I'll show you exactly what I mean. And then we'll get you reason 2 why you may want to download some of these games. Yeah, we can use any account. So we're going to use our American account, because that's the account we paid for. Actually, I don't know if you can use other accounts. Anyways, point is we're accessing the Famicom games from my normal account. Of course, it is in Japanese. And check out these box arts here. I love the original Mario Brothers. Oops, I didn't mean to start it here. I love the original Mario Brothers art, or Super Mario Brothers art. I actually had a kite with that back in the day, an American kite. We've got this great Super Mario Bros. 3 box, the original Legend of Zelda box, which looks, has like this greater sense of adventure. You gotta love the artwork for Dr. Mario. Anyways, yeah, you get the point. It looks very different. Okay, now let's go back to Zelda here for a second, because I want you to listen to something. Keep listening. Do you hear that? I almost want to talk over it because I don't want to ruin it. So basically, if you play the original Zelda on NES, then you can already probably tell the difference. There are extra instruments in the Japanese version of the game, because the Famicom actually had a few additional sound channels, allowing music and the sound effects to be more complex or more intricate than they are in the American versions. So I couldn't tell you what all games they apply to, but I know it does apply to Zelda, and quite a bit of the game actually sounds different. So beyond the music, I don't know if it applies to other music in the game, but the sound effects are different for many of the things, like opening doors, and you might actually see another difference here too, beyond the Japanese language here. So check this out. We're gonna start it up. Okay, actually, I think the loading time there was a little bit longer than it was in the NES version, because this was actually a disc-based game originally, so I guess that carried over as well. A disc-based game in Japan at least, not in the US, it was only cartridge here. So let's go see the old man here. The text appears on the right, as opposed to in the middle, as it does in the US, also Japanese characters, of course. That sword sound effect? That's different. That's way different. So yeah, I'm not going to point out all the differences because I also don't know all the differences, but right away you can see that the Japanese versions of these games aren't the same, or aren't always the same, besides the obvious language differences. As another point of comparison, let's go to Super Mario Bros. 3. Why we're going to Mario 3? Because, as you might recall, in the American version of the game, if you're American of course, if you're not American then you may not remember this, when you got hit, ooh geez, almost forgot the controls for a second. If you got hit while you had the suit on, actually let me get the suit first. Okay, so once you are like a raccoon or something, or or Tanuki or whatever, if you got hit in the if you got hit in the American version, you would just downgrade back to Super Mario, which I just was with the mushroom. In the Japanese version, though, however, if you get hit, you're back to Small Mario. You're playing. This basically is a hard mode of this game if you've only played the American version. So yeah, there's other little differences like that throughout these games. Again, I couldn't tell you all the differences. But this is a good reason to check out the Famicom version of, or the Japanese version of the Nintendo Switch Online app, because there are little differences like that throughout these games, whether it's music or gameplay differences, which is just kind of cool. Like, it gives you a different way of experiencing these games. In a game like Mario 3, you don't need to be able to read Japanese anyway to appreciate it. So it's kind of like, yeah, a fun little, extra, in that case, like hard mode difficulty for you to check out. So with that, we're about done here, guys. So thank you for watching. And of course, stay tuned to GameXplain for lots more on Nintendo Switch Online and everything else Nintendo as well. We'll catch you later. Bye.